Hey everybody, welcome back. And this is Vicky B, and we're doing another Wisdom Wednesday. And yes, I had to say it slow like that because it is a tongue twister for me, and I don't know why I named it this. And I'm gonna struggle until I'm not struggling, I guess. But thank you for coming. I want you guys to, interact with the video, so I'm gonna try to make it a little bit shorter, so you don't have to watch 20 minutes of me rambling. So this past week has been so hectic that I am recording this on a Wednesday. Probably won't see it till Thursday. I'll try to do better. I honestly got a little mixed up on my days, but it was hectic to say the least. And I was thinking about what I wanted to come talk to you guys about, and I think that I kind of got settled on talking about um, really how I don't want to say how you fight in relationships, but when you have a disagreement or when you have a point of contention, how do you deal with that? And I think that it's very important for you to know how you deal with when issues come up, because honestly, I would venture to say that in most relationships, you show up the same way when you have an issue with someone. Or even maybe even if someone has an issue with you. But for sure, when you have an issue with someone, I feel like I show up the same way, and I feel like maybe most of us do kind of deal with whatever issue that we're having with, be it a parent, a sibling, a friend, or even stuff at work. I think that we initially show up in a way, and depending on how comfortable you are with yourself, or like how committed you are to whatever this relationship, be it employee, employer, uh, friendships, relationships, whatever, is going to depend on how you deal with that issue. So the reason why I bring this up is because I am conflict avoidant. There's something that I'm very aware of, mostly because of therapy, is that I tend to want to be non confrontational, but that ends up making me more of a type of person where things kind of build up, and then I'm like, okay, there are a bunch of things that I'm upset about, and I have to sit myself down and kind of be like, okay, what is the thing that you're actually upset about, and you need to talk about? And if it's all the things you I'm still working on uh where do I draw the line as far as do I need to speak up now? Am I tripping? Like am I tired? Am I hungry? What's going on? So that's why it's very important for you to do self-reflection. But I bring this up because I think that a lot of the time, when we're having these conflicts, we are so focused on the things that the other person did to you. And honestly, if you don't say something to them, you don't actually know how they're going to react. And as much as I think I still get nervous about approaching people about an issue that I have with them, God has shown me that despite how I see people interacting for days, months, and even years, they can still surprise you, especially if you sit in prayer and kind of work through whatever things you need to work through before, whatever feelings that you have to work through before, so you can come um, with a loving spirit and really hoping for a resolution. And I think that, again, like I had a therapy session earlier this week, and like I was really in my feelings, and like saying like I know I need to pray for this person, but like I really didn't want to. Like I was just like, why do I have to do this? Like why can't they just get it? Like it feels like I'm kind of stuck in a cycle, and it feels like it's sometimes in those moments like, is this ever going to be something that's resolved? And this brings me to the scripture that I'm going to tag like the actual scripture below, and put it in there word for word, because I did not write this down, and I'll try to do better about it. But it's in James chapter 12, no, James chapter 1, verse 12, because there's no chapter 12. And it talks about how you need to persevere through trials. And I think that, like, sometimes we get kind of caught up in the cycle of things instead of being like, what am I not getting? What am I not learning? Like, if you are seeing a cycle where, like, I guess you're having the same kind of reactions to the same things, there's something that, like, you're missing, because, like, even if, let's say, you go through a trial again and again, you would think that'll get easier, right? But I think most of us get so frustrated that we have to do it again that we're like, it feels like it gets harder. And I think, like, even in this moment, I'm speaking to myself and saying, like, okay, like, if you're going through it again, you already know what to do. You know the prayer to pray. You know that you need to speak and say something. You know that, like if you are, be it a friendship, relationship, or like I don't say relationship, be it with a spouse or a friend or a parent or a sibling, you know how to deal with these people, especially if you've been with them for a while. You've been rocking with them for a while. So you know what to do. You know the prayers you need to pray. And you also know that a lot of the time, like, and I can say this, that there have been times where something has come up again that wasn't necessarily uh it wasn't necessarily true, but I was like finishing a devotional, um and as I was coming to a close, it was a Priscilla Shire devotion journal, and it was like 90 days or something like that, and I can also tag that below. But when I say, like, it was the day before the last day and I said I don't feel different, I'm not sure I changed. And God brought up a situation that happened years ago. I think it had been like 4 years since the situation happened. And he revealed it to me the same way, like in a dream. And so I was like, I know it's God. And as I woke up from the dream, did my devotion, and read, I said, God, you can have him. Do whatever you need to do. Like, as much as I wanted, as much as I wanted what I wanted from the situation, I literally put the situation on an altar, and I said, God, do your will. And as I wrote those words, he said, you've changed. Like, look at what you said. Look at what you did. Like, you didn't even get upset. You didn't try to contact that person. You didn't try to berate them and make them feel bad for what you truly believed was true. You came to me. And ultimately, that's what we need to do. We don't we do need to address and tell people how they have made us feel. But before you do any of that, check in with yourself and ask God for what you need. Ask for the peace. Ask for the strength. Because if you don't ask for it, he may give it to you, but you know you will get it if you ask for it. I'll also tag another scripture that I'm thinking of, and I don't exactly remember the address, but I think that it's also in James chapter 1. So honestly, I would say go ahead and read that whole chapter because it's full of good little nuggets of truth. But I think that's all that I have to say for today. Keep it short and sweet. I hope you guys watched the whole video. Please like, follow me. Also comment some topics that you guys want to hear about. And yeah, this is Vicky B. I'm signing off. Till next week. I'll see you guys. Bye.